Hello friends, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to overlook onto the topic of shear connector and shear flow. Concept of shear connector and shear flow. In the unit number 3, bending stresses and shear stresses. So let us look at this particular topic, shear connector, first of all. So shear connectors are many of the times are used for a composite beam when the two separate members are interconnected by the use of screws, bolts, like that, nails also, and for preventing any relative motion and preventing any shear displacement between these two members, we have to provide the connectors. Means they are maintaining the proper position between the two members, between the two joints. So that's why the shear connector roles are very much important in that case. So now we will look into the details about the shear connectors. First of all, when two or more parts are required to be connected by means of bolts, screws or nails to prevent relative motion between them, the connectors are called as shear connectors. So this is a theoretical description of this shear connector, and in the figure you can see this is the I section is there, and in the I section we know that there are three parts are there. One is the flange, two flanges are there, top flange, bottom flange, and in the center web is there. And most of the time these connectors are used for the wooden members, wooden planks, like this. So to join properly between the two members, the connectors are used. So now you can see there is a wooden planks are there at the top which use as a flange. So this you can see wooden plank at the top, and there is a bottom also, there is a plank, and between these two web and this plank are connected by means of this connector. So this connector may be a bolt, maybe a screw, or maybe a nail, or to join properly between these two members, the connectors are used. Okay, so that it is called as a shear connectors. So connectors means we have to join two different parts together, it is called as a connector. But shear connector, it is called as we have to prevent them from the shearing displacement or relative displacement, relative motion. That's why it is called as the shear connector. Okay, so now the longitudinal shear along the shearing surface are registered by the shear connector, because if you are not providing this connector, this will both of this wooden plank and these webs are displaced, are moving with each other, or relative motion may taken place when the shear connector is not provided. So that's why to prevent any longitudinal shears or to prevent any longitudinal motions, we have to provide this shear connector so that it will remains at the same position, or it will not be any relative motion between these two members. That's why the connectors are very much important. Now design steps. Shear flow. It is the longitudinal force per unit length transmitted across the section. It is denoted by Q. Okay, so shear flow is also very much important term. So you need to understand that here it is a definition that it is a longitudinal force per unit length. Longitudinal force per unit length transmitted across the section. It is denoted by Q, small q. It is denoted by shear flow. So how to determine the shear flows? Shear flow is also called as horizontal shear per unit length. Okay, means we have to use the shear stress formula tau, but only we have to multiply by B. Okay, so in this particular relation, the B will be vanishes. Okay, so it is B will be eliminated. So it is a per unit length, means the B you have to multiply with. So here it is a shear stress formula and multiply by B. B will cancel. So remaining expression will be FA y bar divided by I. So it is a shear flow. So it is a longitudinal force per unit length. The unit of this particular shear flow is Newton per mm or kilonewton per mm. Okay, so like this. So it is Q, or it is a shear flow. So you need to remember this shear flow. It is the horizontal shear per unit length, FA y bar divided by I. Okay, so you remember this particular expression, because in the problems also we have to use this shear flow equation. Shear connector. Shearing force at each connector. Many of the times in the figure you can see here the beam is there, Okay, it may be many of times steel or the wooden types of the beams are there, and we need to connect the two members by using the connectors. Here it is, you can see there are plan is there and there are bolts you can see. So here it is one bolt, these 3-4 bolts are there of a distance apart from each other, and these bolts are used for the joining these two separate parts of the beam. Okay, two separate part members can be joined by using this bolt. So shearing force, so it is subjected to shearing force whenever the bolt is connected, and whenever there is a load is applied or forces are applied, at that time it will be subjected to shearing or shearing displacement. So shearing force at each connector, it is also equal to shearing strength of connector. Okay, so shearing strength of connector means shear force at each connector can be determined by shear stress multiplied by area of the connector. Okay, so shearing force is equal to shear stress multiplied by area of the connector. So we know the relation of shear stress, FA y bar divided by IB. This is the relation, and area of the connector. Suppose this area of the connector of, suppose bolts are in circular section, so means your area is pi by 4 diameter of that bolt, like that. So area can be determined any type of the connector. So area of the bolt multiplication. So after that, shear force at each connector. So shear force at each connector can be determined by using this horizontal shear per unit length means shear flow multiplied by spacing. Okay, so here it is, shear force at each connector can be determined by horizontal shear per unit length. It is also called as shear flow multiplied by spacing. Spacings are also called as pitch. Pitch means the distance, center to center distance between the two adjacent connectors. So here it is, the bolts are used for connection. That's why the center to center distance is called as a pitch. Here in the figure, you can see the pitch, or it is also called as a spacing. Means the distance between the two adjacent connector or bolts. Okay, so now shear force at each connector can be determined by using this formula. F is equal to Q multiplied by P. Capital P is used for pitch. Okay, so symbol for the pitch, it is used capital P, and Q is the shear flow. F is the shear force at each connector or at each bolt. So you need to remember this particular formula. Okay. Next, concept of the shear flow. It measures the shear force per unit length. It is useful in the application of built up members, sections that are built up and joined together using nails and bolts. So as we are discussed that shear connectors, the example of the shear connectors are bolts, nails, screws, can be used to join the two different parts or two different members. Shear flow helps us to decide appropriate spacing between the nails, bolts to ensure the sufficient strength. So it is, so means the shear flow is used to finding out the spacing between the two nails or bolts. After that, second application, thin wall members whose thickness is very small. Thin wall members where thickness is very small compared to the other dimensions. So shear flow helps to determine the shear force distribution in each portion of the cross section and is necessary to work out the shear center. So therefore mathematically we can write the shear flow FA y bar divided by I. So means here it is a B value is equal to 0. That's why horizontal shear per unit length means that B, small b is equal to 0. If you take directly, you can write shear flow Q is equal to FA y bar I, only I. There is no B because B is equal to 0 in the shear flow. And note, it is similar to shear stress, only width of the B is eliminated. Means here it is IB, so width means the breadth of the member, it is eliminated. That's why that value is equal to 1, it is considered. Next, so we'll take one problem on these shear connectors and shear flow. So you will get the idea clear and the concept you can understand very well from the problem. So we'll take one problem. I will read the problem. A wooden beam is prepared by connecting 3 pieces as shown in figure. If the cross section of the beam is subjected to maximum shear force of 100 kilonewton, determine the spacing of the connector, assuming the strength of the connector is to be 15 kilonewton. So this is a problem. The beam is wooden. Okay, many of the times the connectors are used to join the two parts of the beam of the wooden planks like that. So two members of the beam, wooden members can be joined by using the connectors. So here it is, a wooden beam is there, and it is prepared by connecting three pieces. So it is a I section is there for the wooden beam, and three parts, as you know that these three parts means this is our top planks are there. It is a wooden plank, and central web is there, vertical member is there, and these three parts are joined together using the connectors. So this is a black portion is the shear connector. This black portion which are used to join these two parts are connectors, and the maximum shear force is given, and spacing we have to determine because this is a cross section of the beam, wooden beam, and it is we have to determine the spacing between the two connectors, and the strength of the connector is given 15 kilonewton. So all the dimensions are given in this particular figure, so that total height and total breadth of the section, I section. Okay, after that, very first step is to determine the moment of inertia. So you know that how to determine the moment of inertia for I section. So BD cube by 12 minus BD cube by 12 means capital BD is a whole section, and minus BD, small bd means that whatever the remaining portion or empty spaces are there on these two sides, I have to subtract it, so that you will get the moment of inertia of this I section. So now only just you have to use this expression, and putting all these values from the figures, 300 multiplied by 600 cube divided by 12, it is a total dimension of this section, and empty space you have to minus, so that you will get the moment of inertia of I section, this value. So after that, at the junction of flange and web, horizontal shear stress per unit length B of the beam means shear flow. Okay, horizontal shear stress per unit length means shear flow. So that you have to use this shear flow expression or this formula, Q is equal to F A Y bar divided by I. So only B is equal to 0 here. Otherwise, this is the total formula of shear stress. Okay, shear flow only changes, breadth is eliminated or width is eliminated. That's why this formula becomes Q is equal to F A Y bar divided by I. Okay. Now here it is, you can see B is equal to taken 0. That's why it is called as a shear flow. Okay. After that, the values you can put into this formula. F value, shear force, it is put, you can put into this formula. After that, AY bar means area of the top plank of the wooden beam, 150 multiplied by 300. You can see here that is a breadth, 150 is the depth, and 300 is the breadth of the top plank. And you can put this, and Y bar value you can find out from using this particular figure. So Y bar, it is 225. So from the geometry you can determine this Y bar here, and after that you can put I, that is IXX, moment of inertia of I section. It is already calculated above, 5.0625 into 10 raised to 9. And after that you can do the calculation, total calculation, you will get the value 200 Newton per mm. So unit of the shear flow Q is Newton per mm. So you have to remember that. So horizontal shear per unit length, or it is also called as shear flow, and symbol is Q. Unit of the shear flow is Newton per mm. After that, pitch. Suppose if you consider the pitch, because in the problem we have to determine the what they ask in the problem. They ask about to determine the spacing or pitch. Spacing or pitch means the distance between the two connectors. Okay, so they ask the spacing, means if you assume pitch or spacing of connector is suppose capital P mm, because spacing we have to measure in the distance, and that is measured in the mm or centimeter. So if you assume that capital P mm is the pitch, so strength of the connector, this formula is strength of the connector can be determined by shear flow multiplied by spacing. Okay, so this particular relation you can use, strength of the connector is equal to shear flow multiplied by spacing. So strength of the connector, it is given the problem. You can see here at the last word, last line, the connectors assuming their strength is to be 15 kilonewton, means this is the strength of the connector. Strength of the connector. So strength of the connector is given 15 kilonewton. So you can convert into the Newton. 15 into 10 raised to 3. It is converted into the Newton. Shear flow we have determined in the previous slide. This Q. Q is the shear flow. We have determined 200 Newton per mm. 200 Newton per mm is the shear flow. And you can directly put into this formula 200 spacing. We don't know the spacing. Capital P as it is. And after that you can do the calculation work. And you can find this capital P. The value it is coming 75 mm. Value of capital P is 75 mm. Means spacing or pitch of the connector or nails. Many of the times connectors are of a different types. Maybe nails, maybe screws are there, maybe bolts are there. So these are the different types of the connector depending upon the material, whether that material is wooden material, steel material is there, plates are there. So for to join together two different parts can be done by these connectors. Okay, so if it is the nails are there, if it is the bolts are there, the spacing or pitch of these two connectors can be determined by using this relation, that is the strength of connector is equal to shear flow multiplied by spacing. So that capital P is equal to 75, means the distance, center to center distance between these two nails or bolts is equal to 75 mm cc. Cc means center to center distance. So I will show you in the figure. Here in this particular figure you can see there is a two bolts are used. This is the length of longitudinal plan of this beam, and there are bolts are there of a different interval, and you need to determine the center to center distance, that is the pitch. Here you can see the pitch is center to center distance between, and from the problem our pitch, the value is 75, means the distance is same, center to center distance between the every bolts or every nail. So our value is P is equal to, pitch is equal to, or spacing is equal to 75 mm between the two bolts or two nails, or it is also called as a connectors. Okay, thank you. I hope you understand these two concepts, shear connectors and shear flow. So for better understanding, we have taken this one problem. So related problems you can try it at your own, so that you will get the idea about the shear flow and the shear connectors. Thank you for attending this class. Thank you very much.